A half banana was a luxury in my childhood. So at home, to survive, we learned how to be very careful how to make things last as long as possible. On some special occasion, we could enjoy the luxury of half a banana each amongst us. This was sheer heaven. We made a game out of the situation. Who succeeds to make his or her half banana last longest? On one condition, you had to keep on eating without stopping. That was a hard one. So each competitor would nibble at his banana at the slowest possible pace. The winner would be the one who finished his banana last. Today I realize that all of us humans play the same game. Life is like that half banana. We must keep nibbling at it hour by hour, day by day, while struggling to make it last as long as possible. We know that we only have a definite and limited amount of time to live. One day we will run out of time. So we spend our lives nibbling at life, ignoring the inescapable truth that with each nibble, a part of our life is gone forever. It is this unacknowledged truth that our life is finite that drives us into this hectic and mad way of life that is ours. How often we live as if tomorrow never comes. So we waste our time trying to have a good time in a bad way. Greed, money, pleasure, power, ambition, our unspoken and guiding principle becomes make hay while the sun shines. So greed takes over. We want to pack more in the little time we have, little realizing that we are wasting, we are throwing away the half banana that represents our lifetime on earth. In other terms, we live in denial that this is the cause of all our unhappiness, all injustices, conflicts, disasters in our personal lives as well as in all humanity. Today's feast of the Ascension of the Lord is the biggest challenge that Jesus is offering to this self destructive handling of our limited life, of our finitude. Jesus is revealing to us that there is much more to life than what we can experience on this planet. He is telling us that whatever is time bound is inevitably finite, limited. But beyond time, beyond space, there is another reality to which we belong also and which belongs to us. It is the universe of the Spirit, both divine spirit and human spirit. Yes, there is more to who we are. We are finite creatures who are carrying the seeds of eternity and infinity within us. Our lives are not just a temporary nibbling at a reality that is bound to be over and finish at some point. Because we are gifted with God's own Spirit. We too are eternal beings in the making. This is what heaven is all about. Heaven is neither a place nor a space. It is an indestructible experience of endless, infinite well being. This is our true and final destination, which we cannot reach just in our present life. We have been created to grow, to become more than we can be. Our craving for more food, more money, more security, more years, a longer life is just a reminder of who we really are. Unlike the banana we nibbled as little children, this craving will only be satisfied when we reach a state where time, space will give way to joy and to peace. The good news is that we need not wait until we give our last breath to enter this joy and peace. We can experience it here and now. It is inbuilt into who we are right now, just like the sweetness of that half banana. We can experience it right here and now, even if we live in a vale of tears. Just choose to love with all your heart, all your mind, all your will, and you will discover that your brother, your sister, is not your competitor, but the dearest person you love. No, heaven is not somewhere up there. Heaven is not a reward for those who get it right. Heaven is not when we get rid of all our pains and problems. Heaven is when a fragile, weak human being opens himself or herself to other human beings around him. Heaven is when we stop competing with one another and instead start collaborating with each other. Heaven is when a heart opens itself to the more of life, the more of love, peace, joy that we have been created for. There is no better name for this infinite, timeless, universal, and personal love. Together with St. John, we call it God. Once you start nibbling at this infinite reality, which is love, you will find yourself so free, so light, so full, and yet so empty. Because the heavenly banana we have been offered by our Father in heaven through Jesus is Himself. Yes, God is the most intimate intimacy of my intimacy. That's St. Augustine. It is in Him that we move and we live. It is in Him only that we discover who we have been created to be. This is the good news of today's gospel and today's feast. We are made to last because God has made us so that we can last forever with Him. This is why our life never ends. Living and growing is transforming our time and space bound earthly existence. This is why our life never ends. Living and growing is transforming our time and space bound earthly existence into an infinite, open ended life of peace and joy. This is our ascent to heaven. And just as Jesus was not born among us without us in the person of Mary. So Jesus cannot ascend to heaven without us, his brothers, his sisters. He loves us too much to travel on his own. God bless you and thank you.